Thank you, all the YouTube viewers out there. My name is Chris, and I'm actually learning how to hunt. And this is, I would say, more of a documentary on my first attempt to hunt this year. Well, I should say, um, yeah, this hunting season. Anyway, you're gonna see a black arrow just pops up right now. There is currently a doe sitting back behind that brush that you probably cannot see very well currently. Um, this was taken on Thursday, the 9th of October of 2014. Um, I had been looking left for the majority of the evening. Um, I think I was looking at some squirrels or something, and just I glanced right for some reason, and there was the doe with two fawns behind it. As you see in the picture, you can kind of just make out the doe at the intersection there of the paths. She's looking to go cross, which is the entrance to my stand. Um, she takes about one step forward and then hesitates, and then she'll stop. She's still currently there. She thinks she starts looking around. She looks to continue down the path she came. She looks back the path that she came from. Then she looks down the path that right there in front of the tree stand. Um, she basically is confused. She's 100% upwind from my direction. She had come from behind me, which would be downwind at this current moment. Um, I don't know how I didn't hear them or see them in any advance notice, but as you see, I could not draw my crossbow quick enough to even take a shot. Didn't even have a shot at that moment, but she's about 25 yards away, roughly. Um, Here in a moment, you're going to see she's going to try to circle around and start hiding. At that point, I will explain a little bit more what's going on, but she's still just sitting there looking around, putting her nose up, smelling the air, testing to see what's going on. She's very uncomfortable at this moment, but um, so far, I have very mixed emotions because A, it's possibly my first deer ever of my life because I attempted last year to hunt and was not successful. So this was a very exciting moment for myself. Okay, and by this point, the doe and the two fawns had moved around just a little bit to the right, just above the crossbow. There's a little bit of thick brush right there, basically, that they're using to kind of figure out what they want to do. Um, they haven't left the vicinity yet. They're currently about 50 yards roughly away, but the doe keeps sticking her head up and she keeps looking directly at me. Um, I know she can't smell me, so I'm not too worried about scent at this point. I'm just trying not to make any major sudden moves because I know I cannot physically draw and get a shot. But here in the next minute or so, she's going to eventually walk out and go to that intersection. I do again apologize about the audio of the video. I'm testing a GoPro camera that was on a tripod in the waterproof casing and found out that the audio is almost useless. Um, so I'm trying to do a voice overlay, and I'm trying to also learn how to video edit at the same time. So this is my first production video that I'm trying to do here to get some help on if I should shoot or if I should not. Which is the name of the segment, to shoot or not to shoot. Which I guess that's something that we all young hunters will eventually have to understand and try to figure out. But with me being 29 years old and just getting into hunting, this is something that I was completely excited about. But as you will see here, should be popping out any second. It'll be to you'll probably see them pop out somewhere on that, probably either where that tree lies off or to the big oaks to the right. That's where you'll see. And she'll eventually walk out. She'll get to about 45 yards away. And I did actually call her to try to get her to stop because I could not get a shot before she had walked down the path that she chose. But you'll see that she does stop and look around. That's when I did decide to call her. Had her on my crosshairs on my crossbow. I had guessed it to be about 35 yards from where I was sitting. And it's a very bad angle, and that's where I want some feedback on if the angle was doable, and if it's just me not understanding or lack of experience, or if I chose the right thing by letting her walk. But I did have to pay attention to both the does and her two fawns that was with her, so that's why I chose not to shoot, because I didn't have the luxury of a perfect broadside shot, and I didn't want to risk hurting her. But here she comes walking out now, and you'll see that she stops. I think right about now is when I called her, and she stops, and I had her on my sights right here, and then she decided she was going to leave. She didn't run, she just started walking a little bit faster, and the does followed her out. Again, any and all feedback I would greatly appreciate. That's why I'm doing these videos. Like I said, it's both a documentary and a learning experience